Sometimes I think about, it's like you overcome all these things, and you have this idea in your mind. Well, I had this idea in my mind that somehow there was going to be some type of reward, like ease or true love or, something that would confirm to me in my ungrateful mind that God is with me, And it's funny, but I'm just being honest, sometimes it's so easy for us to get caught up in ingratitude. It's like you needed a way out and it appeared for you, but it wasn't everything that you wanted it to be. So you go into a state of not being grateful, pretty much. Not being grateful. So the energy I'm in now, because this is my therapy, I tell you that if I did not do this, it doesn't even matter if no one was watching. If I did not do this, I would probably have gave up on life, So I talk about it, and I dare to hope that there's other people out there that are dealing with similar situations that can relate to it and maybe get something from it. I dare to think so. Even in the face of all the haters, people with hate, including those of you that don't even know me. But the thing is, yes, I have to stay grateful. We have to stay grateful. We have to stay grateful for what we have overcome, for where we are today as opposed to where we could be today. But the thing is, does that mean that you don't have the right to want more? And I'm not talking about unrealistically wanting more, but I'm talking about, okay, you're in a terrible situation. You had a terrible relationship. Your life was in jeopardy. You survived all of that. Family treating you terrible. You survive all of that. And you make it to a sanctuary, a place where you can express your creativity without someone trying to capitalize off of it, trying to affect your emotions or spin you around like a top, without people around you thinking that you're some sort of dog of theirs and not a human being, because they found you at the lowest point in your life. And you get to a point of a sort of a sanctuary, a place that you feel that you can build from. But even that place has its obstacles and difficulties and maybe some things that are unfair there. Maybe quite a few things that leave you uncomfortable. Do you have the right to want something even better? That's a question that I fumble with over and over in my mind. I want to stay grateful, but sometimes Is it God? Is it still a lesson teaching you that you still have to learn to stand up even further? You still have to learn to reach for what you deserve and not settle? Is it just like phases that God teaches you in, where you pass one phase, but then there's another one where you have to learn to stand up even more. You have to learn to fight even more. You have to learn to overcome even more. You have to learn to let your voice be heard even more. You have to learn to walk in faith even more. But does that mean that you don't reach for the sky? Does that mean that you don't reach for the stars? Does that mean that you don't reach for everything that you know you deserve? Does that mean you just sit in a place because you don't want to be ungrateful? So you just sit there. You just sit there, and you know that you're not happy. Is it okay to explore options? Does that make you ungrateful if you're still trying to explore more options? It's something that I was dealing with that I think that maybe a few people that are watching can relate to. It's probably not for everybody, but there's someone. There's someone that doesn't want to move further along their path that was destined for them because they don't want to feel like they're ungrateful for where they are now based on where they came from. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to keep pushing forward. It's okay to leave that place. It's okay to leave that relationship. It's okay to separate from those people. It's okay. If you have the options, if you can find the options, it is okay. We can't reach the highest level of where we're supposed to be all at once. I'm realizing that God gives it to us in doses. There's stages, basically. There's a lane. And then as you get close to that lane and you look inside that lane, there are lanes inside of that lane. And inside of each one of those lanes that are inside of that lane are even more lanes. And it goes on and on. And I don't even know if it stops after you die. But it is what it is, and it is a choice to stay where you're at. It's a choice to move away from stagnancy and find another stagnant place and stay there. It's a choice. And this could just be another level of stagnancy. This is the dilemma. Are you happy? That's the question. Are you happy where you are? And if you're not, is there anything that you could do about it? And if there is, why aren't you doing it? We're at the weekend. The new year is in. It's begun. It's happening. Things are changing. People are growing. Evil is being dealt with. The good are succeeding for once, finally. Treat people good. Give God his props. And be authentic. no matter what they think. Thank you for listening to this message. I really appreciate it. And I love you. Carry on, soldier.